corner.
Okay, now have you ever been with a player? Take you downtown where they treat me like the mayor. Take you to the crib where you take it upstairs.
What's upstairs?
Shit, I'ma show you later. Don't need a spatula, everything catered. Extra flavor. Go ahead, sprinkle some truffle on your mashed potatoes. I'm trying to love you. Is you gonna love me back? You only get what you give. Ain't you heard of that? Look here, I don't ask for much. You know what I want. I just want what's fair.
What it is, what's good, what's happening?
What up? In these streets.
Nervous?
Nah, I've never been in the middle before.
There's a lot of pressure. Sports, man. Playoff edition, emergency edition on the Tuesday. Going up on the Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Emergency edition, man. We got a lot of things we got to get alarm at the gate. We got a lot of things we got to say. Things got to be said. No full house today. Missing a few bodies, important people, shall we say. Decided not to show up today.
Mr. Uncle Jesse.
A lot of fake illnesses and fake work conferences and all types of things that people are on, but that's neither here nor there.
Nice.
I want to thank everybody for joining, man. Thank you for touching base with us on this beautiful week. I don't know how beautiful it is. For me, it's beautiful.
It's kind of dreary.
A little bit. For those of you new to the show, this is how we like to start this thing, man. Go ahead and do it, man. Just go ahead and grab yourself some libation.
Yep.
Pour said libation in one red cup.
Yep.
Raise one red cup in the air.
That's it.
One time for the one time. And real quick introductions. Dr. Darryl Johnson, Ryan Russell. Got Don on the ones and twos.
Back
and
from the dead.
Coming, man. Playoff football, man. I think we just get right into it, man.
Let's talk about Wildcard weekend.
Let's talk about Wildcard weekend.
Wildcard weekend.
There you go.
I'm
Wednesday. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game, man. It was a pretty baseline weekend. Like for the most part, most people that you thought was going to win won, except for a couple of teams that you thought was going to win that had lost. I don't know where you want to start. I'll let you.
Texans Browns.
Houston.
Texans Browns.
Let's talk Texans Browns, man. The ghost of Joe Flacco couldn't pull it off.
The man fell off that cliff that he was sitting on the whole year. He was sitting on that edge of that cliff, just looking over.
Crazy.
You give him a comeback player of the year?
No, hell no. One. Joe Flacco was throwing touchdowns, but he was throwing a shit ton of interceptions as well. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't play. I mean,
he wasn't throwing a ton of interceptions.
He had like just as many interceptions.
He said like 9 in 7 games or some shit like that. But I mean, okay, I'm just trying to think of other comeback players of the year.
DeMar Hamlin.
Stop.
DeMar Hamlin died.
Enough.
What else you got to do?
He barely came back.
He barely alive.
True. But I mean, then he got hurt. So he got hurt more than once.
What is Joe Flacco coming back from?
The couch.
Wanting to sign him?
He's coming from the couch.
So that's not something he's coming back from.
Yeah, it was like coming back from obscurity. Like, damn, can he do it? Can the old man pull out some new tricks? And then he did. And he carried them all across the finish line into this game where he ran up against the young.
If that's the case, let's give it to Baker Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? Baker Mayfield had a better season.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. See the recency bias because he's been dropping dimes for like the last 2.
All right, so before we get to Houston, let's talk about Cleveland. How optimistic are you if you're Cleveland going into next season?
I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I think you're in a good place.
You're in a good spot.
Yeah. I like.
You're in a
With
good
a,
place.
I mean, with a solid quarterback.
I like my coach. I think my coach is strong. I think
Yeah, defense is legit.
the defense is definitely legit.
You get Nick Chubb back.
Honestly, I think there's still question marks on Watson.
I think that's probably the biggest question mark for Cleveland.
Yeah, I
But
think
that's
there's
like
question
the
marks on
only
Watson.
question mark.
That's it.
It's the biggest, but it's like really your only, because you can see that like everything else is pretty good, and like clearly your coaching is good because you're plugging and playing fucking Flacco in there, and
Can Deshaun
drop
Watson
off.
give you Flacco level
absolutely.
play? That's
Absolutely.
really the question. That's what it comes down to.
If he gets it, if he can do that,
He's done it before.
sky's the limit.
He's done it before.
Sky's the limit for them. They're
And the
gonna
thing
be
is, like,
their own
yo,
percent.
they got what they got, plus they got a draft. So they're only going to get better.
Well, the biggest boon is if Nick Chubb comes back and he's had 70-80% of what he was.
yeah.
That's
Honestly, their backfield's going to be probably, I would say they might be the best backfield next year because Jerome Ford comes out of nowhere. I don't know if y'all know who Jerome Ford is, but he's part of the reason I want fantasy. Jerome Ford came out the gate like ripping it. And then you still got Kareem Hunt on top
I
of
don't
that.
think they let him go.
Well, you still got pieces though, and
I mean,
you still can
listen,
draft. You still can draft
they-
pieces. I think
they're-
they're going to be.
they
They're
got
going
a-
to be a run.
they got a
they're gonna be
talented
run
roster.
team. They're going to be a run team. And they still got good pieces. They still got.
They can shore up their
Mad
O-line
talented
just a
roster.
little bit. They can shore up that O-line just a little bit.
Yeah, Njoku. We got Njoku.
And
Njoku's
yeah.
nice.
My guy.
He's good.
Yeah.
Well, now let's talk about what about Houston? Let's give how much credit does D'Amico deserve?
Coach of the
Concerning
year.
this program,
He's coach of the year.
Easily coach of the year.
CJ.
He's coach of the year.
Sheesh.
So he's coach of the year, and I think CJ definitely. I mean, you gotta respect it now. Like this ain't like he slipped into being like on a good team. Like he's actually making the team good.
He's a force multiplier.
Oh what?
A force multiplier.
All right.
So basically, he makes everybody better.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So-
yeah.
So I also it's hard to say now because like we don't know like everything he's playing with is still new too. So you'll know
Costs
they're making
money.
him better. So like Nico Collins is playing. He's a
But
rookie.
these weren't household names.
I mean,
like, no, it's not like
it wasn't household names. Doesn't mean
Oh,
that
yeah,
they're
sure, but
not
I mean,
making
they
him
were
better too.
But
Like
is
they're
he making them? But is he?
like
Okay.
they're getting like my thing is Nico Collins is a good like super underrated good receiver. So is Tank Dell. Tank Dell got hurt, and so like now that
But
he's gonna
Tank
be
Dell
back,
wasn't nobody was nobody was like
nobody was
banging the
about-
table for Tank
nobody
Dell.
was banging the table for Nico Collins.
That's my
But-
point.
But my thing is these players are consistent enough where how do you know that they're not making it easier for CJ?
Listen, I'm
They're
sure
getting
they're
open,
they're doing their
That's what I'm
job.
saying. So like it could pause. It could be going both ways. Like it can be like they're making him better, but he's also making them better. It's just a good synergy they got going on right now. And I think even Dalton Schultz is like he's definitely like better with CJ. I also think the run game helps CJ too. And so like the question is can they build on the run game? Will that coach still be there? That's another thing. That offensive coordinator is on the radar for a head coaching gig. So that might, offensive coordinators change things too. So we'll see how that goes. To me, that'd be the only question mark is can DeMarco do it 2 years in a row? Can that coaching staff do it 2 years in a row? And then honestly, has that defense been tested yet? To me,
The defense was ass.
that's what I'm saying.
So like the
But I'm
defense
saying
can only
they-
get better.
they become-
But when you play Baltimore, your defense is going to get tested.
I hear that. This is not even them. I don't even say they
You
beat
can't
Baltimore.
Say, you can't say their defense is
That
trash.
defense was ass.
They're in the divisional, bro. They're
But
not.
that defense was ass.
It's more their offense.
I get that.
It's more
but you
their
can't-
offense outscoring.
So I get what you're saying, but you can't say that their defense is trash.
It wasn't
They're in
good.
the divisional. They're in a divisional.
I mean, it's
bro.
average as fuck. Like it's
mid.
So,
Like, it's mid.
in my personal opinion, I don't think that their defense has truly been tested. And so, like, they'll have a chance to be tested against Baltimore this weekend. Now, if they beat Baltimore, what you gonna say about their defense?
If they beat Baltimore, it won't have nothing to do with the defense. It'll be CJ Stroud going ham.
How do you not have?
they're gonna.
First of
they
all,
beat. Then
they
their
have-
defense is
they
gonna have
have-
to show that
their
you're gonna have to
defense.
see
Their defense
shut-
has to stop the
shut them
MVP.
down.
Their
No.
defense has to stop the MVP. Their
No.
defense
Right,
has
that's
to.
what we're
No.
gonna have to see.
Thank you. That's what
They
I'm saying.
So if
won.
they do that,
They
that
won
elevates their
games
defense.
50-47. Like they've been in those type of fights already.
So but they're not consistently, bro. And they had the amount of like difficulty in their schedule is not anything compared to what our teams have been through. Like they haven't had
they
like
played good teams.
Not consistent. They haven't had a run like they played like all. I have to go back and see how many winning teams they played against because I don't think it was as many. I really don't.
You talking about a team that was bad enough to pick number 2 last year.
That's my point. This year the schedule is not that strong.
It's not. That's irrelevant.
If they're not playing winning teams,
if they're not, they don't have the roster. Their roster. If you stack their roster against probably all the playoff teams that made playoff, they probably have the worst roster, top to bottom, of any team. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody picked Houston to win to go to the playoffs.
Name for name, position for position. Yeah, they definitely. Yeah.
Nobody had Houston doing what they're doing.
I don't disagree with you.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. So to my point,
I think. Are you saying the same thing I'm saying? I'm saying is that their defense ain't.
I'm saying that defense. The defense has been tested because they got lit up several times.
Hey, several times.
That defense got lit up several times.
What? That defense got it up.
Lit up. So you gotta open your ears. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna do the whole pause thing, Don, make it accurate. You know what I'm saying?
So ready to be homosexual.
I mean, listen. I think that what do you say about CJ if he beats Baltimore?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
You wouldn't be surprised if he beat Baltimore.
I wouldn't be surprised. Here's a crazy thing. I'll put it this way. To date, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think Houston can do it.
No, I don't think Baltimore can do it.
I don't think Houston beats Baltimore, but
Houston winning.
Yeah. I had
said,
Baltimore
he like to say weird shit.
I have Baltimore.
I got Baltimore losing too, but not to Houston.
I don't care who it was. I have them losing because I don't trust them. I don't believe them.
I wouldn't be surprised
all year
if CJ Stroud plays well enough to beat Baltimore. Now, whether or not the rest of the team is up to the challenge, I think he's shown to be that good. The kid he's a wonder kid, bro. He balling his face off. Like if you just got rid of if you took rookie off his name, you took the rookie title off of his name and just said that here's the numbers, he might be the MVP.
Probably.
That's the crazy part about it. Like if you just look at
he would be the MVP.
If you looked at the numbers, his numbers are better than Lamar's.
They're not.
Yes, they are. Daryl.
He's doing a lot for his team, though. Like, so if you think about like bringing your team out of obscurity, he'd have a good nod towards MVP based off of that, and his numbers are good. So even if their numbers are like close or equal.
But so Houston.
CJ Stroud, the next big thing.
We'll see what happens next year.
He is
when the tape is out.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. You got to run it back, but going off of what he did this year, special.
Okay.
So we got next
special.
So who you got? Houston? Are we gonna do? We can do picks.
We can do picks later.
All right.
Fuck that game.
Talk about Miami versus Kansas City. Is Kansas City back?
I think you said it in your Facebook post. It was over the minute they got on.
Facts.
That weather.
Facts. Facts.
I was watching the clip on Facebook. Tyreek Hill was like, "Yo, it's cold. It's like when Tyreek Hill was complaining about how the weather is."
My man Mike McDaniel mustache was frozen with the.
What's the name? Andy Reid was all icicled up.
Once I seen Tyreek get jammed at the line,
on the ground,
like getting manhandled, I'm like, oh yeah, you can't. Oh yeah, it's over.
They were done. They didn't want to play.
Yeah, it was over. It's way too cold.
Tua couldn't get the spirit of Montanui in him. He was done.
Say it again.
Montanui. It's not Montanui. He couldn't get the green shit to give him a spirit.
And we saw a little preview of playoff Pat.
I don't know, cuz I ain't gonna go that far.
He looked good.
He looked okay.
He looked good.
He looked okay.
He looked better than what we've been seeing.
Playoff Pat don't throw for 400 yards and go 20 for 25.
You gonna have to soon coming up.
He plays smart.
He plays
for
smart.
sure.
And when the game is on the line, a man finds a way.
He plays smart.
But I don't even think
like that. Like that's playoff.
Yeah, but he ain't even had to do all that. He ain't had to find a way.
It was
Like you said, they
18 degrees.
lost coming off the butt, and I honestly believe like they got out there and they was bro. It's a different environment, and I hear people like you're a football player, you play in the environment, but the reality is when you play your entire
Human
season
being.
under one condition, and then you switch it up like that your first time, like you gotta build a callus to that type of weather. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like.
When did they get out there? Because they should have been out there for days.
With
Just walking around in hoodies or in t-shirts and shorts to just acclimate.
And when you are also a finesse team, that type of weather don't suit you. Like Miami's, I'm gonna beat you with speed and precision and scheme. They not gonna beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City offense might be a little finesse, but that defense beat you up.
Yeah.
That defense is rough and tumble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what you saw. Like they started putting the pads on people. Tyreek Hill took him out the game. You know what I'm saying? Tua took himself out the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it came down to, man. That
Wow.
defense, and then Miami was beat up a little bit too, which it didn't help the situation in terms of injuries. But
I don't think. I mean, that wasn't going to matter. Wasn't going to matter.
I don't know. How we feel about the Dolphins going forward since they lost? Let's talk about their future.
I always said it was fake.
Why they fake
They're
though?
not the real thing. It's all show. The speed gonna buy a lot of tickets. I ain't gonna hold you. The speed gonna buy a lot of tickets. They can win a 4x1 any day. But like, I just don't. I mean, even when they beat the Cowboys, I thought the Cowboys lost that game. I don't think they are what people think.
I think if this game was in Miami, it'd have been different. Not say they'd have won.
Yeah.
It'd have been a lot different.
No, I don't think they're that good.
You don't think they're like where you have them?
They're middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack. Okay.
Yeah, middle of the pack.
I think
they're
they.
higher than middle of the pack, but like I can't. I don't know if I can't. I don't know.
I
What
won't argue in the middle
I don't
of
know
the
what it is that I can't see them getting.
They can't get past Buffalo. They can't beat Buffalo. They're probably they're the second best in their division.
I think that's where
they could potentially be the third best.
I mean,
if Pittsburgh had a quarterback,
when you talk about the Pittsburgh not in the division.
what else is it? Who's the fourth team?
It's New England.
If
New
the
England
Jets had a
Jets.
quarterback, it'd be a whole nother story. I don't think that the Miami is what everybody's. I think they have a very great offensive team, but that defense, scared of that. Like I don't. You know what I mean? Bradley Chubb, especially when Bradley Chubb got hurt. Like Bradley
As I
Chubb,
said, it was a big injury.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb was their star. Once he got hurt, that to me that changed the whole dynamic of that entire team. So we'll see. I'm not sold though. I'm not sold. Y'all sold?
I'm not sold.
No,
I'm not sold.
But I do like Mike McDaniel. You know what I'm saying?
I like Tua.
I think that's a question mark.
So now I think I like Tua. I think that he's another cat that I don't want to talk. I'm just get upset, man.
but before, I don't know. Last year it was like Tua. And this year it was like Tua, but he still was functional.
I was never high on Tua.
But we were high on Tua.
No,
I was high on Tua.
You was
We were high.
on Tua.
We were high on Tua
I was not high on Tua.
because he deserved it.
I think Tua was
How
Tua.
did he deserve it?
Okay.
Balling last year.
Tua doesnlike gets
He was
disrespected
getting last year.
too
Before
much.
those,
He gets
was
disrespected too much. Let's put it that way.
He might have been disrespected.
You know what I'm saying? Like people will say Tua's
because
trash.
he wasn't durable.
His brain got rattled.
3 times.
He got scrambled. You know what I'm saying? Egg solid says comeback player of the year right there. He ain't have a
he could be a
brain.
comeback player of the
He
year.
ain't have a
I
brain.
give that to
I ain't
him.
gonna hold you. I had brain cells after last.
No, he a
He had
scarecrow.
to get stem. He had to get. I already had to get stem cell.
That's the scarecrow going
injected.
to Oz. Like if I only had a brain.
He had that man like this.
Yeah, he's comeback player of the year. Fucking Hamlin, fucking Papa Doc,
Fucking rock, fucking clock.
fucking Flock.
Let's get to Josh Allen, man. I want to take it. I know you don't, but you listen. You can not stand him all you want. He's everything. He's special.
He's really fucking good at it.
And he's really good at
That
throwing the
fucking
ball
run,
too.
I was like, yo, what's happening in these streets?
He is.
I was so mad at
That touchdown, I was like, yo,
I was so
Nah.
mad. I was like, Pittsburgh. Why would you?
what?
I was like, why would you let that man run 52 yards? You lost your mind.
Embarrass you,
Bro, he might be.
Don't say that.
He
Don't
might
go there.
be.
You're saying you're about.
No, I'm about to say some wild shit. Oh yeah, I gotta say some wild shit. He might be not performance wise, but just in pure talent, he might be the most talented quarterback in the NFL.
No, stop.
Who more talented than him?
Mahomes is more talented.
How?
Mahomes is more talented.
How? In what way?
Joe Burrow more talented.
In what
Burrow is
way?
More talented than him.
Burrow.
In
Mahomes
what
is
way?
More talented than him because Mahomes has better. I think his football IQ is better than.
Is it, so
Josh Allen.
we call IQ talent? That's fair. I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. I'll
Okay.
give you that.
But I think that like that.
I think Josh Allen has a bigger arm than Mahomes.
bigger.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen got the biggest arm in the NFL.
Yeah,
Pause. I know. Whoa, what is it?
Arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a reach.
Yeah. But
He might be. Well, he is. He probably the second
is he
best
more accurate?
running quarterback in the NFL.
I mean, he can run.
I give him that.
And it's crazy. It's crazy when Josh Allen runs. You realize like how tall he is, and like
6'5".
He's a
Like,
truck,
like,
cuz.
you don't like realize it, and I feel like I don't realize it until he starts running. And then I'm watching him against other.
He's a truck.
against these DBs, and I'm like, damn, like y'all don't want that. Like this
More,
Derrick Henry.
listen, Bull special. And granted, they what? What did he say? Why are you going to jail?
I just realized I was using people's.
What's wrong with this, bro, man?
I posted his stats.
Oh,
Oh,
I see you post CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud different, cuz.
So is everybody else.
I
I know they are.
I just think Josh Allen is special.
Josh
I
Allen's
think
special.
he's under Mahomes.
No,
but
he's
I think he's a problem that people didn't realize.
he's
was
a
throwing
problem.
picks.
He's a problem that everybody
But
realized.
he was throwing picks, so it was like, all right, like he's a
That's the
gunslinger that
question.
can't really like.
Josh,
can't really
only
figure
person
the
that
fuck
really
out.
stops Josh Allen is Josh Allen.
Yeah, but once he stopped doing that, and like he was just like, fuck it.
Now, granted,
I'll
here's
tuck and run.
I'll say this about
Now-
Josh Allen.
Now
Josh Allen is not one of them people that you think just fixes something, right? He can have a great game and then the next game do the same, like throw 5 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? But talent, pure talent, and when I say talent, I'm talking about the physical attributes that get you to the NFL. A lot of times, he got it all, man. He might. I don't know a quarterback. I mean, you gotta probably go to John Elway to see the quarterback that had that physical skill set of him. Like I would say Michael Vick, but Michael Vick, I don't think Michael Vick. I won't even put Michael Vick was faster, but he wasn't a truck. You know what I'm saying? What? Say your piece down. Don't breathe hard.
He's just a regular ninja. Bro.
He's a regular ninja.
Regular ninja,
You tripping,
bro.
cuz?
That ninja mad regular. That ninja's mad regular. I'm just sorry. The record said
What's-
he regular to me.
What's his record?
He ain't been in no Super Bowls. He ain't been.
What that mean? So anybody that ain't been to Super Bowl regular?
That's what I think.
Okay.
Everybody was Super Bowl regular to the mob. They regular.
You
Listen,
ain't
he
saying
could
about
get there.
you
He
ain't saying
gets
about
there.
Justin Herbert.
He regular
You
now too.
no. You were saying he was special.
I said he got potential. I ain't saying
No.
he's special. He
Right.
got potential. I
Right.
said he's a top.
You
five.
saying that man was
I said he
special?
was top 5. I did say he was top 5.
You saying that man was
You gave
special?
him like
I
top
didn't
5,
say
and he ain't 4.
Yes.
I said he's top 5. That's different from special. But I said
Yeah.
he's top 5.
Top 5, I think, is special.
You put him in your top.
You
5.
don't meet the top 5 unless you're
Like, y'all
special.
holding this
That's
to
your
me.
MySpace
Yeah,
I
we-
said this
5.
show 2 years
That's
ago.
your
Y'all still-
MySpace
y'all
fake
still
5.
holding me to this joint.
He on top. He on top.
If he get Jim Harbaugh, he gonna be top 5 again.
Oh, see, here we go. See,
If
let's
he get the right coaches. I'm saying he top 5.
Pittsburgh, man. Let's talk about Jim.
Yo,
talk about Mike.
Quarterback away. Hold on.
I-
How funny did y'all think it was when he walked
9
off?
quarterbacks.
How funny, but how funny did y'all think it was when he walked off? Did y'all see him?
Y'all
walk
think
off?
Mike Tomlin leaving?
No.
No.
He already said he's coming back.
Yeah, they already announced that he's staying.
Here's the thing: Pittsburgh is a
I'll
quarterback
take
away.
him at Philadelphia.
Well, you would take anybody in Philadelphia right now. I think I could apply for that job. And Mike,
To get some real consideration.
like and get his
Least-
so relax time.
You better give me an interview,
Whoa,
motherfucker.
whoa, not too much downtown.
We gonna get there. Let us get there naturally, Don. Don't
Be mad
force.
as hell, and we do an even swap.
Listen,
I wouldn't want that neither.
Mike Tomlin, man. Probably Mike Tomlin. I think even without the playoff success recently, I think everybody would agree top 5 coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
Right. Does it consistent? No. You breathe hard.
I didn't realize you took the top.
I didn't know
off.
when people breathe hard. You know what I'm saying?
You put,
I said Mike Tomlin, type 5 coach. He started, breathing through his nostrils.
no, I just did that because I thought the top was on here.
Oh. Top 5 coach? Yes or no?
Pour some more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Just missing the quarterback, man. I think that's what they missed.
Is it though?
Yes.
I mean, he was playing with Mason Rudolph.
And made the playoffs.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yo, he made the playoffs.
Okay. All right.
He's making it work.
But I mean,
with
he
the
had
weirdest quarterback.
who did he have before?
Before that, Kenny Pickett,
Kenny Pickett.
who's ass.
Okay. All right. All right.
These
No,
are the
you're
words
fair.
of Shady
I
McCoy.
just forgot.
Kenny Pickett is
I
ass.
just forgot. Yeah, Kenny Pickett's trash.
And then after that, they had the worst quarterback ever to grace the NFL. He came in, it was his backup, Mr. Trubisky.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Mr. Trubisky is the worst quarterback I've ever seen play in the NFL in my life.
Mr. Trubisky.
Who are? Let's fix
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
I mean, he's really bad.
Would you take Russell? Would you take Russ on Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin? Russ's biggest hater.
No.
You put Russell in
Never
Pittsburgh.
going to do what he just did again.
Why wouldn't he? With Mike Tomlin, you giving him Deontay Johnson
No.
and what's my man named Darryl? Other wide receiver from Pittsburgh.
Pickens?
George Pickens with Russ?
He's not doing it again.
Najee Harris?
Najee Harris is a waste.
But if you notice, Russ plays better when he has a running game.
Yeah.
So when you have Marshawn Lynch, he turned down.
Najee Harris is not a running game. No, they get no. How many yards has he?
How
had?
would you fix the quarterback position in Pittsburgh then? Knowing they're not going to have a top 10 pick.
I don't know. But
I
I don't
like
think
Russ.
Russ is that. Russ not the answer.
I think Russ is the answer. I think you look at what he did in Denver and you assume like he's just wild. I think Russ got one more.
Y'all want to hear the quarterbacks that have been starting quarterbacks since 2000 for the Steelers?
Yeah, run
And
them.
this dude had a winning record. Kent Graham,
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Maddox,
Tommy Maddox was ass.
Jesus.
Charlie Batch,
Fucking, they did have Charlie Batch.
Dennis Dixon,
I don't even know who that is.
Byron Leftwich,
The ghost of Christmas
Yes.
Past, because Byron Leftwich was 70 when at that point.
I was like, and super fat.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, that was his third tour
Yes.
after he retired with the
Mike
Eagles.
Vick started 3 games for the Steelers. Landry Jones,
Yeah, another who.
Devlin Hodges.
That's the fifth who.
Yo, they out here giving random motherfuckers real ass jobs.
Yeah.
Yo,
They're out here making yo, they're out here like I used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was a starting QB.
Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and Kenny Pickett. Like all the quarterbacks I just named, they've never had a losing
Ass.
record.
These motherfuckers.
They've never had a losing record with these quarterbacks.
All right, give him Russ then. All right, you convinced me. You convinced
Give
me.
him Russ. Because I
With
listen.
these Home Depot
Wait. You Pittsburgh. You got your choice of Russ or Kirk Cousins.
Kurt ain't built.
No, I'm taking Kurt. Fuck
Nah.
that. I'm taking Kurt. Y'all.
Kurt is better than Russ right now.
So who you Mike
I'm
Tomlin?
taking Kurt because Kurt gonna give me a downfield pass. He gonna give me some deep balls.
Whoa.
God.
Hey, yo.
Yo, we gotta Don. You gotta get us that. Don, you know when the TV, the TV go off and they put that sign up.
Yeah, that was wow.
You're out of control.
Wow.
Jesus.
I'm uncomfortable.
Everybody, you just.
I'm uncomfortable, bro.
Yeah,
That was wild.
Yo, that was wild.
Yo, as soon as I said it, I know.
Yikes.
That was wild.
I think we need to just move on at that point. I think we just,
Yeah,
I
Kirk
forgot
Cousins.
what he's talking about.
kind of ruined it. Kind of ruined it for everybody.
Yo, all right. Honestly, I don't know if I would take Kirk because, like, to me, I feel like there is a standard in Pittsburgh, unfortunately, that other teams don't have. And I think that whether win or lose, you gotta play hard-nosed football. Like you can't be soft out there. And I feel like there's an aspect of Kirk that is soft. And Russ, I've seen Russ in Seattle, and Seattle had a standard too when when the Legion of Boom and all them was there. And I think that, again, all Russ needs is a good run game. And he knows how to play well.
Listen, man,
He didn't have that in Denver.
What if you bring out Eric Bieniemy, make him your OC, bring in Russ,
So that would
Black Man Magic.
So I think that would be,
you against it? You against the
that's
He's
magic.
not going to do it, dog. It's
And
not going to work.
that sounds good, but that would never happen. Eric Bieniemy would. I don't think Eric Bieniemy and Mike Tomlin would work.
I don't think Eric Bieniemy got a choice to do something but like because
He might mess around and get Washington, dog.
he's not getting Washington. He's no way he's getting Washington.
He might.
There's no way they turning over to Washington. Magic Johnson and brung these white people from the NBA. You know they just hired the GM from San Francisco.
Washington?
Yeah,
I don't see why Bieniemy wouldn't be in the question.
because he didn't do that well.
It's time to like.
Is it time to end the Eric Bieniemy story?
Yes.
That's what you about to say.
Yes.
You don't think he could be a good OC somewhere where like if he's under somebody like Mike Tomlin, you don't think he'll be good OC?
Why is he?
Won't take him in Philadelphia.
Why he's not?
What'd you say?
I mean,
Would take him in
Don,
Philadelphia.
again, y'all would take me in Philadelphia. You keep throwing that out there like that's the qualifier.
Let me understand the Airbnb conversation.
They said
why
Tomlin's
is he-
staying.
why is he-
Tomlin said he's staying.
why
I
is
know
he-
he's saying
but why is he damaged goods now?
because
I don't
he
think
went to
he's damaged
Washington.
goods. I don't necessarily think he's damaged goods. I think that like we've seen that like okay, it ain't everything. Like you're not going
Was
to
Redskins' offense better when he was there?
barely. Not good
They
enough.
weren't great.
Not good enough for all this bullshit.
He didn't go wonder kid with the
He
Redskins.
didn't really have nothing to work with either.
He had enough.
What's
He
enough?
had enough to be better.
What's enough?
It don't
Enough.
matter if you a wonder kid, you make it work. That's how people look at it though. He left Kansas City to prove he could do what he did anywhere, and he couldn't.
I feel like he did. I feel like that offense is better than they were last year.
Not enough.
I gotta pull up the numbers. I feel like that Redskins offense statistically was better than it was last year. I think as a team, they're horrible, but I feel like offensively, they
also-
produce a lot more than they did last year.
But I also think it's the organization. I'm not going. I don't know. We did this whole thing last year.
Or the organization's being revamped.
Maybe, but
Magic
the
Johnson
organization's
and them.
fucking trash.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know shit about football.
Well, you're hoping, you're praying as a Cowboys fan, you're hoping that they don't.
Oh, listen, I'm not going to be worried about the Redskins.
You don't
until-
want to be.
or the Commanders until they actually show some spirit of the Redskins that they trampled over to build that fucking stadium.
Well, how worried are you about the Cowboys? Let's go here. Let's transition there. Let's do that.
Not worried at all.
Not at all. Not one iota.
Nope.
You
We got a
good?
whole-
You good?
we have
What's
a
going
whole
on?
season where
Huh?
we have a whole off season. Nah, man. Fucking
What happened? Come on, man. You give me more than give me more than breathing on the mic. Talk
Dak
heavy.
was Dak.
So and was
Dak
he
was Dak.
Mike
Was Mike.
was he ass?
They weren't good. It wasn't great. Dan was Dan. Like the shit wasn't.
You know what's
Nothing clicked.
You know
They
what's
did
messed
nothing.
up? You know what's
They've
messed
been
up?
doing.
What's messed up, Darren?
What's messed up is that, like, Dak Prescott is the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and any mistake or bad decision this man makes is going to be exacerbated bigger than any other quarterback in the NFL.
Nah, I disagree. I disagree.
If Pat Mahomes throws 2 picks in a game, he's not going to be
In the playoff game?
We were
Yes, the
killing.
playoff
We were killing Pat Mahomes in the last
I think
3 weeks
yeah, I
of the
disagree.
season.
No, he wasn't.
We were killing
He was
Pat.
killing the team. It's like, but
You
we
think
all-
you think Dak is unfairly criticized?
I do.
Why?
I do. Because I think that cats aren't acknowledging the position that he's being put in by these coaches. I went back and watched that game twice, and the first pick was more of a great play by.
What's a good play?
By
I won't. I'm
it
not.
wasn't
I
like,
don't knock him on
but
that one.
but they'll say it. Dak shouldn't have thrown. I'm
It's a
like,
good
bro,
defensive play. They play
the
defense
ball
too.
played it, and not only that, but Brandon didn't help him whatsoever on the route. Like he freaking let the ball put his arm around
They play
him.
defense.
He
They
played
play defensive plays.
Like it
too.
was a great defensive play on that first pick. So like, the storyline is this boy Dak stay throwing picks, and I'm just like, yo, his
Do another one.
Huh?
Do another one.
So the second
was
one
pretty bad.
The second one was pretty bad. I
Yeah.
got you, but they scored 48 points, dog.
But they was in the hole.
Even if hold on, but even if those 2 picks were led to
Mhm.
14 points, they scored 48.
You told me Dak was the MVP. or should have been?
I do think that is
Why?
MVP.
What about Dak? Maybe like at some point, Darryl, we gotta get off this shit.
I'm keeping it 100.
He beat up on tomato cans. Let's keep it funky. Be honest about the situation.
I disagree.
What good team did he have an MVP performance
The
against?
Eagles.
Okay, outside of
They
it
lost
was
the
one.
Eagles, but he destroyed the Eagles.
Okay, there's one. Who else?
I think the Lions.
No, he
had a
didn't.
great
He
game
played. He
against the
played real mid against the
Lions. It
Lions.
wasn't mid. What
He
are you
didn't
talking
play
about?
great against the Lions,
He had a
Darryl.
great game against the Lions.
He
played
did
good
not
against
play
the
great
Lions.
against the Lions.
Played good against the Lions.
You said I said great.
What do you mean? What's
I said MVP quality. He played like an MVP against
yes,
the Lions.
He didn't throw no picks. He played great.
I put up 20 points.
Yeah, he threw touchdowns. What are you talking about? They weren't rushing touchdowns. We couldn't run the ball.
Okay.
He won the game with, like, when we can't run the ball, he has to win. He has to put the game on his back. He played an MVP season. Like, I'm not going to and I'll be the first to tell you. Before last season, he was that guy who I couldn't trust. I'm like,
You still can't trust him.
All right, so this where I disagree. I think that I think what pisses me most off about this game is that, like, yo, I trusted that, like, all right, this ain't the same Dak that's going do this stupid crap and like he did with San Francisco and just throw picks away because he's flustered or whatever. And like the fact that everybody's saying he's flustered, bro, he was not flustered. He was actually, there were times where he had to run the ball because nobody's open. Half of the time, the defense knew the play. Like when there was a screen or a slant play, you could see these dudes shifting before the play started. So like the plays that were being called weren't setting Dak up for success. So that pick that he did throw, that was 100% on him. The second one, the Darnell Savage, 100% on him. He shouldn't have threw that. It was a bad, like, if it's not there, it ain't there. Just take the sack. But my thing is, he's him trying to make a play. He messed that up. That first pick is not on him. I think his receiver left him hanging on that. Outside of those two plays, he had no time. He had no time. His offensive line wasn't helping him. Nobody was getting open, including CD Lamb, for whatever reason.
I can tell you why. I told you why. I told you why before the game started.
My thing is so let's be clear.
Trash.
No,
Games is trash.
that's what I'm saying. Let me start this. Is Jair Alexander the only good quarter that we played in the entire season?
But I told that's not the point.
Question.
Whatever that before the game
See, I don't like to answer my question.
I said no. I answered your question.
Right, so how is it that
because I made a statement. Darryl, I made a statement last week. I said
I didn't follow Jair.
But Jair? You can go to Google his stats against Jair though.
But he did Jair.
But when Jair was on him, he was strapped.
He didn't. Jair did not follow him.
Correct, but when Jair was on him, he was strapped.
So my point is that there were plays where he
wasn't
on Jair.
Guess what? Then I'm going to scheme away from him to get him not on Jair.
That's what I'm saying.
Then maybe that's
all I'm
or
saying.
Dak throw to who was open, maybe instead of trying to force the ball to CD Lamb.
Who the fuck? Brandon Cooks and fucking Tolbert and motherfucking
Hold on.
This is crazy.
I watched the game.
You watched it twice, Darryl. You said the six times. We know you watched the game twice.
So the only ninja that was open was Michael Gallup.
Well, throw it to him.
He had 100 yards receiving that game.
None of y'all offense did anything until y'all was down 27-0.
I don't disagree.
So all that shit don't really count.
I don't disagree.
When they was playing fucking prevent.
I don't freaking disagree with you. My point is that I think that coaching left Dak. I think that the coaching scheme and the plan really hung Dak out to dry. And of course, because he's a quarterback,
it's the same coaching scheme that made Dak an MVP candidate.
It was. But for whatever reason,
so that's where I struggle. That's why I struggle with.
That's why I'm so pissed off.
It's not Dak's fault. Because I struggle to say it's not Dak's fault because you can't. If we're doing the same thing with the same people, then guess what? He's got to have some blame here too.
No, and it also
he's got to have some blame.
When Dak does the same thing when Dak listen,
what's the same thing? What are we saying?
He underperforms in the playoffs. That's what he does. You can breathe woosah all you want. This is a fact. Bro. He underperforms in the playoffs. So he, as much as your coaching should take some blame,
and that's
we're going to absolve Dak of this.
So he threw 2 picks.
So he put y'all in a hole. Period.
We was in the hole in the first drive.
That he put you in.
No,
they had defense did
because they scored 7.
Yes, that's called in the hole. Ern, what are you talking about?
But I now need my offense.
He didn't double that up.
But I now need my offense to turn that around. I gotta put some blame on him for this.
It's impossible to turn it around when the defense can't stop you 7 drives straight. If I score 7,
then I gotta do it too.
Then y'all had a number 1 offense.
Then I gotta do it too.
You did.
So what the fuck are we doing here?
We're talking. I'm not disagreeing with you, but you're trying to.
But you're saying Dak gets none of this.
No, I just told you he threw a pick. He threw 100%. 100%. That second pick
The
he
first
threw
one was not good.
was 100% on Dak. That second pick was that first one. I'm not. The bull made a play. He made a play. I'm giving him
People
credit.
always
He
make
made a
plays
play.
against Dak somehow.
Huh?
People always make plays against Dak. It's already,
That's not
is
the only
everybody?
motherfucker that throws picks.
And that's
It's
what
not.
he's talking
And
about.
that's
What
not
are you saying?
true.
Who made plays against Dak?
I don't know. Every year.
Season. The entire season.
I'm not talking about
that. Nobody
We
made
got
plays
some.
against
We
Dak
got some
inside.
fan involvement here.
You got fan hate. That's what you got. All right,
Fuck these fans.
Yeah,
Damien-
what you gotta say?
Damian Jack says. So does this game prove that Cam Newton said is right about him being?
Fuck,
a
all
game
right, first of all,
No.
First of all,
Cam
no,
Newton-
I won't go that
Cam
far.
Newton-
Cam
Yeah.
Newton's point was irrelevant
Horrible. Yeah, it
and
was
didn't,
horrible.
it didn't even make sense.
Cam
Because
Newton-
Cam Newton's a game manager.
Cam Newton invalidated his point when he said, "I also include Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in the game manager." I stopped listening at that point.
Yeah.
All right. What about? So we done. We done from Damian.
Yes.
Fucking-
Yeah, you
He
tripping.
said-
Cam Newton,
bro.
outside
Green
of
Bay
his
shut
first
down
like 3
Dak's
years,
main
trash.
option in Lamb.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
They did 100%.
And I told
don't
Darryl it was
I don't
gonna
disagree
happen.
with that.
I told you.
You said Jair was going to do it. The defense. Did.
I told you. I said, wait.
Jair-
Time out.
Jair didn't get a
But
pick on CD.
Darryl,
Jair didn't get a pick on CD.
Darryl, what did I said they're going to have to find other people because they're going to take away CD Lamb. I said it was going to be Jair Alexander, but the fact remains that's what they did. And when they took away CD Alexander, Dak looked like ass.
Well, I mean, the whole
The
team
whole
did
team
because
did. Like,
Yes,
we had no-
he's a part of the team.
But
Wait, even if you say,
you see how you
Wait,
criticize
wait.
Dak,
Even if you say-
Dak, though?
even if you say the whole
That's
team
crazy.
looked like ass, he part of the team, so he also looked like ass.
I disagree with you. I'm not going to say it, but what I'm saying is
You can't say the whole team looked like ass, but Dak didn't look like
I didn't
ass.
say that. I'm saying that he's not responsible for what happened for that entire game. If anything,
Bro.
he's responsible for the 32 points that they did get. My thing is like,
Bro,
at
them
the end of the
32,
day,
them
I
fucking
know they
garbage
don't
points
count.
cut
There
it
was
off.
garbage points. I got you, but my point is that at the end of the day, like acknowledge how coaching impacts a quarterback's play.
I acknowledge that, Darryl. I
So
agree
my
with
thing
you.
is you can't be an MVP all season, and then when you get to the playoffs, you decide to call something different because you can't manage the game. And
You
then- but
think
we
they
blame
call
Dak
something
for
different
everything.
now? You think they call something different, or did they do what they always did and people just got hip to it and Dak didn't adjust?
We played 17 weeks, so people got.
You think they literally? You think Mike McCarthy called MVP caliber game plans for 17 weeks and then got to the playoffs and said, "I'm gonna throw some else out on the table"?
no, I think
No.
I think honestly, in my opinion, when you look at it, when we have to rely on Dak 100%, that's where the trouble lies in us.
Exactly.
And
He was down
being down 21 points, and now we got to throw an obvious passing situation.
If I throw 60 times,
It's-
only throw 2
it's-
picks, that's a good thing.
It's
Like if I throw 60
Well, that's-
times, if I have to throw the ball 60
First of all,
times,
if you ask Dak to throw 60 times, then you a fool, because that's not what he do. That's not what he does well.
They was down 27-0.
Who thought he was part of the reason they was down 27-0?
He didn't cause them to score 27 points.
He
Vern.
didn't score no points
He
either.
gave away 7.
He gave up 7 and didn't put up no points.
He did put up points.
When they was down 27-0, it's nothing, which means he didn't score anything either, right?
So we're not going to acknowledge CD drop pass from third down. We're not going to acknowledge like
we're
bro, it's-
dropping passes.
Like that's what I'm saying. We're dropping passes. Like we're not going to sit and say Dak.
All right, let me
played
ask you
a
this.
poor game.
Let me ask you this.
Everybody played a
So
poor game.
everybody get a piece of the pie,
Yes,
right?
yes.
How much do Dak get of it? You break it down in that terminology.
If I had
100%. You got 100%.
Yeah.
Tell me where his percentage lies.
All right, I'm gonna break it down. The most of this is going on the defense, 100%. So I'm gonna give 65% of this on this entire defense, and you can throw Dan Quinn on that. So 65% of this is going on that defense. There's no, even if they scored first, right? So even if you were going back to back with them, they couldn't stop them from. They kept scoring, right? So it was going to be a high scoring game either. So you were asking the offense to score at least 48 points just to win the game. So that was the first problem. So the defense gets 65% of this. The head coach is definitely getting 25% of this.
Head coach getting more than the star quarterback.
I didn't get to start quarterback.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. The head coach.
You
definitely
sure
getting
about
star quarterback?
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
The head
That's
coach is
nasty
getting.
work.
I'm gonna tell you why that. I'm gonna tell
Ryan
you why.
checking your math too.
I'm trying.
You about to check your math.
That's fast math. I wasn't getting her that fast. I had to add it
Yeah,
up. So it's
I
70,
said
now we're at
65,
90.
25. Yeah, we're
Okay.
at 90.
We're not.
So pretty much 25% is going to the head coach,
Mhm.
and then 10% is going to that.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
I gave Dak 20. I give our defense.
Can I tell you why the
I give
head
our
coach
defense
got more-
85.
Can I tell you why the head coach got more than that? Can
why?
I tell you why the head coach got more than that? And you might agree with me on
I give
this.
the head coach
They
15.
that team was soft.
What team?
That team, the Dallas Cowboys, that week,
Mm-hmm.
100% soft. 100% like soft to like the way you tackle, the way you came out there, no setting the tone. You look on the sideline, cats is chilling. Like nobody took this game like the game was on the line. Like the whatever speech you said as a head coach, you ain't set no tone in that space. You have to get more than you unless you expect the quarterback to do that too.
He's always
going to like the head coach to me is going to get more than Dak because of that. Like,
but see, like I'm gonna struggle there because I think that is the culture of our team. He's the head. But I think that's been the culture of our team for a while. Even with Garrett, like we're not a super physical team, so we're actually like more finesse in like a Miami Dolphins kind of term with I don't know. It just hasn't translated into, so like we have to find where we're going to be. And there was a point where our defense was going to be electric and it was going to be the physical side of the ball and was going to be what we needed to bolster the lack of physicality we were getting on the offense. And then in the last couple weeks, we've seen that like neither one of those sides of the ball is going to show up physically and be aggressive. And now where are we? So like I don't even know if like I count that in this playoff game because it's what I expected from the team that we've seen without them being that upbeat, ready to go. Even though I don't know, but like it's a wishy-washy. Then we played home. We are kind of like this, and we do fly around. But then as soon as I saw them not flying around that first series, I was like, this is not the game for us. I knew it because we've seen that what they look like when they're going to win, and they're going to set the tone, and they don't.
What did you say as the head coach though? Whether it was Jason
I just
Garrett,
don't know.
Whether it was Jason Garrett or Mike McCarthy.
But what's the common denominator?
Is it just the organization?
Common denominator at this point.
Jerry Jones is the common denominator.
That too, but what's
But
the
is
second
it
one?
the organization?
It's only one.
You don't want to get that no hate,
bro.
But like that was like
Don. Let me ask you.
Wasn't
we're not
before that guy.
We were never a physical. We were never.
Don,
Jerry
give me your
Jones is the
thoughts on
common
that game.
denominator, bro.
And then I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna let you close it out.
No, let's close the fuck out.
It's not closed out. We ain't there yet.
Close it out.
You don't get to decide when she.
How it's my team? Final word.
Don, how you
Final
what you saw
word.
in that game? Dallas versus Green Bay. Who deserves most of the blame for that loss?
Dak Prescott.
Of course you think that.
And why?
Because every Eagles fan would
He's
say
a
that.
Can he speak his piece?
He's a Dallas
No.
Cowboy quarterback. You gonna point the finger at?
No.
Go ahead.
The quarterback always takes the brunt of the team's scrutiny when your offense is struggling. And I watched him struggle through the whole game.
How do you struggle now?
He was making bad decisions.
What decision was bad other than the pick six?
Bro, y'all was
asking-
three.
I'm asking
Y'all
Don. Can Don answer me?
The
What decisions he made was bad other than the pick six?
the pick six. Well, the pick six was glaring.
Okay.
He should have audible when it was one play. I didn't watch it twice like you did, bro. So
Because he didn't make no bad. Like there was nothing there.
He did though.
If there's nothing there, Don, he either got to run it himself or take a sack.
Bro, there was things there. Cut it out, Daryl.
I watched it.
Cut it out.
I know it was.
I hear you.
But he didn't audible. He didn't audible out of a play. They were showing
You
blitz.
saying he didn't miss no reads? Because I'm pretty sure
He didn't miss no reason.
it was just nothing open.
The Dallas. When I
It was
say
just nothing there.
When I say Green Bay knew the plays, bro, they knew the freaking plays. They were wherever. Like if it was a lot of stuff they was doing was trying to do out passes just to get first downs on third. They would be at third and short. They would try to run two outs. It'd be two corners right there playing cover two. If they try to run a slant, it'd be a safety. Every time they played it, every time they
Every
played
team got tendencies.
All I'm saying is that they knew him. That's all I'm saying. So how is it bad decisions by Dak? The defense knows more
Because he missed people too.
Bro, they dropped passes. What do you mean he missed people?
Yeah, they dropped passes, but he also missed people. He wasn't flawless.
I didn't say he was. I didn't say he was
trying to say
flawless.
is with the way you try to make it seem is like he missed.
He
Wait.
said bad decisions.
He did make some bad decisions. There was a couple of them drives that he could have extended. Daryl, you want me to give you that?
You saying he did it? Tell me what he did.
Okay. Listen, on a touchdown drive, which y'all probably shouldn't have scored, he fucked up.
No, somebody.
No. They scored. They fought the play before that. He fucked up.
How?
What you mean? How?
What'd he do? What'd he do? I thought he threw a touchdown. What'd he do? What'd he do? He might have over. Now I give you this. He probably overthrew a couple passes.
You say he didn't do nothing.
No, he said bad decisions. He said he made a bunch of bad decisions. What bad decisions he make? See, there's a problem I got with folks. It's always on Dak. He's
It's on every quarterback. Though. It's not just Dak.
No,
bro. No, my point is,
when it comes to the Eagles,
bro,
we talking about
my point is, time out.
Whether it's Romo or whether it's Dak, it's a whole nother level of criticism, bro. Whether y'all like it or not, it's just the reality of being a quarterback.
Well, okay, it doesn't help. It doesn't help that Dak is black. So yes,
maybe that too. But
black quarterbacks. But it ain't just Dak Prescott.
My point is, they scored 48, and it was Dak's fault.
Out of all the Daryl, hear me out. Out of all the black quarterbacks,
that's it.
Well, maybe y'all should not want to be American seed no
gets
more.
the least amount.
Maybe y'all should give up that moniker.
Nah, bro.
He's not being the overdog. He's not being the overdog.
You shouldn't.
We're the overdogs.
You shouldn't.
Dak Prescott, out of all the black quarterbacks in the league right now, gets the least amount of criticism.
What are you talking about?
You're out of your
That
mind.
is actually the total opposite.
No,
Actually, the total opposite,
No.
bro. Who
Lamar Jackson probably gets the most.
What? He's going to win the MVP.
Lamar gets a lot of criticism.
No, outside of this year, but I'm just saying.
I get what he's trying to say.
Up until now, he was always hurt. His running style always leaves him hurt. Black quarterback. You can't say they say that about Dak Prescott.
They did for like Dak had to fight for his contract.
But Dak is one of the ones they say knows how to stay in the pocket. Him and Deshaun Watson.
No, they was talking about him running. That stopped when he got hurt. Because he was
His
running,
second year, right?
Running the whole time.
His second year.
Dak has never gotten love, man. Dak has always been he's either a choke artist. He
kept his job longer than any other black quarterback.
It's warranted.
No, listen. I think
that Dak is the only one out of that class that still got his job, right?
Jared Goff.
But he's not at the same spot.
True. What do you mean? Oh yeah.
Dak is at the same spot.
Yeah,
Carson is gone.
True.
Like out of all of
at
them.
the original place where they got drafted.
Yeah.
I think ultimately at the end of the day, I think that there were times where Dak choked. But my thing, I think that he's progressed. I don't think he's the same bull, but he's going to be judged by what he did in the past. It's like, here we go again. And that's not just Dak. That's the entire Dallas Cowboys. It's always going to be. It's been 30 years, and every time you get to the playoffs, y'all ninjas just fumble it. And
so how about next year y'all be humble?
Nah, you can't talk that because we about to jump on you in a second. You better relax.
Ain't y'all the fucking runner-up? Defending runner-up?
You got some nerves.
We are probably the leaders.
You got some nerves. We can take you. Just transitioned this.
Hold on, I'm not even on camera.
You might as well get
on that.
Put your face on it. Put your face on it. Pause.
Is that worse than mine?
Yeah, no.
That's worse than mine.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Nobody down here.
Bro, that was one. I paused myself. You were out of control.
This wasn't fast enough.
Whoa!
Real quick, before we, while he's getting his camera on,
I have to.
Jordan Love is balling. You breathing hard
of that game?
No, Jordan Love's been balling for a minute.
Okay, I mean, yes, I'll say yes, and I'll only say that I only agree with you because I actually paid attention to him more because of my fantasy. He was on my fantasy team, and I probably would have never looked at him otherwise. But
didn't expect this from Jordan Love
because he was and
comeback player of the year.
Okay, this is actually interesting to see him.
I feel like I can
be productive.
I feel like anybody that didn't do shit last year and ball this year, I can give comeback player of the year. As a Geno Smith.
Like, he's actually like fucking interesting. Like, it's actually interesting to see that he actually is. A
Green
player.
Green Bay makes teams without quarterbacks pissed.
Yeah,
because if they hit on Jordan Love, it's like Favre, Rodgers. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But we Carolina. Shit is ass.
We the Jets,
right?
Yeah.
We ain't had a quarterback since.
And you out here picking up like real players,
real
players that were like people actually was looking at.
All right, Don, let's get at you. Let's get after this, man.
Let's do it.
Bum ass Eagles. This is the only thing that made me feel good about my weekend.
Eagles got trampled on by Baker Mayfield and them.
Can Can I give the people my synopsis?
You're Baker's
That
dozen.
we talked
dog.
about earlier.
Go ahead. You can speak.
So I think-
watch this excuse.
I think Jalen Hurts.
Revis.
I think Jalen Hurts been suffering from depression.
Good God, he gave that man mental illness.
No, hear me out. He fumbled in the Super Bowl last year. I think he took it hard on himself. This man has been playing this game.
Yo, he stood outside with the streamers. What
Listen.
you talking about, dog?
He had his lock screen.
This is lock
Remember
screen.
you used to tell us about his lock
That ain't
screen?
depression.
Hey,
My man is ready to rock and roll at all
What's the
times.
different stages of grief? That standing in somebody else's parade,
I feel
that
like
is-
everybody that loses do that.
it's a form of grief. Like you going through grief.
No, man, it's called social media.
Nah, you're not gonna use this. You're not
No,
gonna
I'm
use.
using-
All right, go ahead, go ahead.
You're not gonna use
I'm
mental
using it.
illness
I'm using
to
it.
explain it.
I believe he was suffering from a low dose of depression. He got that money. They settled his.
So is
You
he
know,
happier with or without?
he got overly
The money
excited
made
with
him
the money.
depressed. The
So
money
to
turned
get-
into a monster.
So to get out of his depression, he sunk himself into all this money. He traveled.
He
bought
sunk
houses.
himself into all this money.
You know
He
what
was just
happened.
out gallivanting.
gallivanting. He
With
didn't
loose
focus.
women.
He wasn't in the playbook.
He wasn't in the playbook. God
That's
damn.
now you don't know the reads.
So he didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
So you only
he
squat.
came
You only squat
he came
400
into
now.
the
Now
season-
you only squat
He
400.
came into the season. He tried to run and think everything was the same, and it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It ended up getting him hurt, so he hurts his knee. That was a setback. He lost his two coordinators, the defensive coordinator,
You said they was
offensive
trash,
coordinator,
His homies.
and
You said them
and
coordinators
Nick
lost his
Sirianni is a
trash.
CEO, not a head coach.
Is he a
Like-
CEO? CEOs hire good people.
No, he's a CEO of the coaching staff. So you see how it works out. And what else happened?
So you, I feel like you just trying to skirt.
No,
All this
no.
smoke we
So,
about to give Jalen Hurts.
that promoted bad play.
Yeah.
We've been playing,
Or maybe him playing
progressively
bad
worse.
made him depressed.
It has been progressively getting worse. It has fractured the team. AJ Brown is butthurt about some shit.
He said, "Fuck it."
or
Look,
he's just injured.
I don't think.
no, because he wasn't on the side. You injured, you come to a playoff game.
Nah,
my
you
G.
got a-
But he was
you got
seen at a
20
boxing match. Like he was at a boxing match. So,
But
I don't
he wasn't. It was like a contusion.
yeah,
It was a sprain.
it was a sprained MCL,
But
though.
they said he was gonna come back next week.
Sprain MCL is he wasn't coming back.
So that means you can't come support your team. We haven't seen people on crutches on the sideline.
Oh, yeah,
I'll give you
I
that.
give you that one.
I think AJ.
But what they got
Brown
to do with Jalen Hurts'
fuck these
depression?
motherfuckers.
They are best friends. That's a fracture.
Are they best friends? Because Jalen, he
He's
was
the
cursing Jalen
godfather
Hurts.
of his daughter. Like,
What
they may not be best friends, like whatever, but they are somewhat close. And now there's a fracture there where AJ Brown, in my belief, is he wants out.
So
So
you know he's a godfather of his daughter.
they talked about it all season and all last season.
Never heard that.
So Don used depression as an excuse.
Yeah,
It's
No,
a first.
it's not an excuse,
It's
bro.
a first, guys.
It's
a
not an
first.
excuse. He
It's an excuse.
lost. He lost it.
When did you come up with the synopsis? What week did you decide Jalen Hurts?
I've been
Week 11,
You've been
No,
positive.
I've been-
12. We wasn't mentioning depression.
bouncing this idea around in my head for a couple months, actually. since-
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last what they lost the last 6 out of 7.
No,
or
this was
something
around
like that.
Thanksgiving when we were trying to figure out why he doesn't look like.
What does he
I've
look
been
like?
saying that shit
No, I'm just
since.
talking
I've been
about-
saying
I'm
that
just
shit
talking
since week 2.
when he's running his scrambles didn't look the same.
I said that since
I
week
believe
2.
that's why they stopped calling him. It looked like he
Or-
lost not just a step, like he lost a couple steps in just a couple of months.
He can
That
still
doesn't
run.
happen.
He can still run.
He's not running as fast. He wasn't.
Did he
you know
have the
that
most
when he-
rushing yards for a quarterback?
You know that move where
in
he
week
plants his
11?
foot.
Yeah. No,
Where
he
he
had the
plants
most,
his
like,
foot.
I
Week
think
11,
it's
he had
like
the-
You see him
touchdowns,
plant his
but
foot and make a move upfield.
He was not. He ain't never had wiggle. Jalen Hurts ain't never had wiggle.
No, he had that one move where he just plants it.
Jalen Hurts never had wiggle.
Oh,
Cuz
Ern,
cut it out.
Aaron, would you like me to show? Would you like me to
Please.
pull it up on YouTube?
Yeah, I need you to show me.
Okay.
He's
So
all
last season-
he's all shoulders.
He's
That's
never
the
been
thing.
Lamar Jackson.
No,
He's all
I'm
shoulders.
saying he plants his foot and makes a move. Just
Yeah,
one move.
like, it's a
Okay,
crossover.
Don.
He didn't do it this year.
Nah, we're gonna move
he
on.
doesn't. He didn't do
Nah,
it this year. So I
I
believe.
just don't think. I don't think Jalen. I think
How
Jalen Hurts
violent is Don's depression excuse?
is
There,
garbage. Garbage.
Hey,
It's garbage.
until the book is written 20 years from now, I'm like, yo, I was battling depression. Just like the truth came out about Donovan Nad partying the night before the other
he was battling depression too?
No, he was drunk.
Yeah,
he was an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
And it came out and years later.
You knew it. Donovan Nad was alcoholic before that.
You did not. Oh, God.
We did.
We could see the sweat on his forehead. That motherfucker was drunk. He was drunk.
There wasn't a player on the field that didn't have sweat when they.
He was drunk and fat.
Y'all not going.
You
just
use mental illness as
you were not
excuse.
going to gaslight me today.
What did he say?
He said we're gaslighting.
Never gaslighting him.
Yo, he read a book. I read a book.
This man just said
I read a pamphlet.
I feel like Julia gave
Yeah, you was in a pamphlet, dog.
Julia
just sat here and said
I was prepared.
the man was
they about to come at me, Jules.
Everybody on the field
Tell me what
sweating.
I need to say. And Jules like, say he got mental illness.
He had a pamphlet. He was like, they are going to gaslight me. This is exactly what they do. I found it.
Yeah. Also, G and Chris, y'all need to be here, yo.
Oh, you knew they wasn't coming.
I watched y'all score 9 points.
9
points.
9.
No. You want to know what else pissed me off?
What pissed you
You
off?
don't take points off the board.
Okay.
Speak right now it's irrelevant because it was 4 points, but that's 4 points in that moment.
Might have changed the structure of the game.
Might have changed the structure of the game.
But Jalen Hurts was depressed, so it didn't matter.
But
the
first field goal. Let's go back to the first field goal. So they got a penalty. They try to do the tush push. So I say to myself,
the extra point.
I tell point.
I can't. I agree with.
They tried to go for 2. Cool. I agree for the method of going for 2, not that play in the playoffs. 1, because everybody has been dying to stop it. You have subsidiaries. You have subsidiaries of that play. We've seen in recent time people versus certain teams. They've done other things from that formation. They should have done that. To do it right there, and you know that you haven't. I get that they were trying to get a push.
You're successful at that at a 90% clip now.
This time you weren't. Right. So I felt it at that time that we weren't going to get it. And then the helmet pull.
You felt it, you knew it in your soul.
I felt it. I didn't know it. I felt it. So it didn't pan out. So then we come full circle. Here we are again. Points come off the board.
Yeah. Well, that was the moronic decision by your coach.
4th and 5.
Yeah. Now I'm not going for 4th and 5.
4th and 5.
He was real. Nick Sirianni might be the most punchable coach. Like you see
I've been
him
telling y'all this forever.
Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Daryl, speak to me.
Box his nose off. You see him in the street.
Eagles got broke down, man, and I know it made you feel good because your Cowboys got broke down. But talk about the game.
I didn't even watch it.
You didn't watch it.
I mean, I don't care about the freaking Eagles.
I watched it because I needed to get. I needed to get back.
Football, football, Monday night football.
I needed to get back up.
I was watching a movie. I was watching Lift. Kevin Hart joint. I'd rather watch that movie. Yeah, when I tell you I can't stand, I knew y'all was going to lose. I saw the highlight of Baker Mayfield throw the first touchdown. I was like, yeah. Once I seen him break all the tackles, I was like, yeah, y'all can't tackle.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, I was like, y'all can't tackle. So I knew it was over.
But they quit.
Wait.
They quit.
Put the camera back on.
Wait. Okay.
They quit.
I quit, man.
First time I ever seen
James Bradbury. He's out, bro.
You're all pro? Ain't that your all pro?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Bradbury has easily got to be the worst corner that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yo, that what was it? What
that tackle?
The second to last touchdown when he threw that like no.
That was blatant. I don't want to play anymore.
You got him.
Nah, you want to apologize to Debo? I'm just asking because y'all was calling Debo crazy. He don't know. He's a whiny, a crybaby.
Sure was.
I'm just saying. Do you want to apologize? You want to take this time out and say maybe you should have listened to what people were saying?
Watch fucking Bradbury miss a tackle and watch the man run 47 yards to pay dirt.
I'm sitting here defending a team that I did not get on the field and play for, and these bum ass niggas is I owe money to the jar. Is hiding.
That's crazy. Man, they did it to you. I'm just saying, like, this shit made me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the Eagles I feel like their shit was worse than ours because
No, bro. They
Stop.
pulled the starters on y'all. The only reason y'all came back is because they pulled the starters and then tried to put them back
right,
in.
but like we kind of did like
No, they didn't pull the starters.
y'all was
They
high
didn't pull-
flying 10
They
and,
didn't pull
10
the
and
starters.
1.
Bro,
We can't
they
be
did not
stopped.
pull the starters in
Everything
the
we
playoff
see
game
is
in the third quarter.
Yeah, they didn't have to pull starters because Baker Mayfield is who the fuck they put in.
But you can't
He's
say
fucking Jordan
you can't
Love
say our
without
loss.
a
You can't
good
say
arm.
the Eagles
You
loss
got
is worse.
motherfucking Mike Evans and that's it. You got and who else? Like who the fuck is on their fucking defense?
Bro,
Like who the
it was-
fuck is on their
it was
offensive
48
line?
to
Like,
nothing.
what are you talking about? Y'all scored 9 points. Y'all supposed to be y'all just won the Super Bowl last year. You want to tell me that this shit ain't worse? We wasn't in nobody's Super Bowl. How about that?
Everybody
How about
knows.
that? How about that? Same fucking team. Y'all literally got everybody else.
Go to the
Trust
Super
us,
Bowl.
y'all done added
it's
a
hard to
fucking
get
cheat
back
ass
the
play
second year.
to get through every fucking third and one, every fourth and
Everybody
one.
knows that.
Because you didn't know that at the beginning of the season.
Shit.
Yeah, we knew it.
Y'all had
You
fucking
said
garbage.
Jalen Hurts had himself on the lock screen. Did you see his lock screen? You remember having this
That was fucking
No.
Super Bowl runner up, the back to back rest that we coming back
I
here.
didn't tell us about Jalen Hurts' lock screen.
You sure the fuck did because I didn't know what his lock screen looks like.
His phone lock screen.
What I say his lock screen looked like?
You told us about that he was standing out in the orange
You know
and
what,
in the red and yellow
You know what,
streamers.
Dad? You know what, Dad? This shit is crazy. We gotta pull the highlights of you
I know what you're
because
talking
now he don't even remember. What
I didn't
the
know.
fuck he was
I
saying.
didn't know you were still talking about the Super Bowl.
You said
I brought up the Super Bowl because I'm saying it's worse because y'all was supposed to be going back because y'all didn't change shit.
Yeah, we was
And y'all the motherfucking y'all the runners up.
We was gonna be the
Y'all was gonna run the table, but y'all
We was gonna
not
run the table.
because y'all suck.
I wouldn't say suck because
No,
we still
y'all
made
suck.
the playoffs. Because we still made the playoffs.
So what? So do we.
You know what?
You just said we suck.
You know what's pitiful about Eagle fans? I was just arguing with Eagle fans the other day.
Y'all don't even
Once did I
take it.
say
Y'all
that?
don't-
They whole thing is because they whole thing is like, yo, we got more playoff wins than y'all since 2000. Y'all ain't won a playoff game since 2000. Like that's something to be proud of. You know what? Our standard has always been Super Bowls, and y'all standard has always been playoffs. And I just
Yeah,
wanted to
so
say
our
that.
standard is
You
Super
so
Bowls too.
happy. You
So how many
happy.
Super Bowls have you won in the last 20
How
years?
many of y'all won in the last 21?
One.
I'm happy for you.
One.
That's nice. That's
Yeah, we
sweet.
got one in the
But my
last
thing
20.
is, like we have 5, and then like we gonna
Yeah,
always.
but how many
we
of
gonna
those did
argue-
you see?
We always gonna bring that argument back. If
What's
it's
that
all
do
about,
if I see
But
it
them
or not?
first-
What
them
does that have to
first-
do
them
with
first
anything?
four-
hold on.
Them first four.
All right, let me finish what I'm saying.
Is
All
it
right,
while you
if
was
it's
a fan?
about, if it's always going to be about Super Bowls, you just understand that we're
You
always
made it
going to
about
have
Super
more.
Bowl.
I am.
Oh, okay.
I 100% is about Super Bowls, but understand that we're always going to have more than you. So there's nothing to argue
Yeah.
about. The only
That's
thing
fine.
that y'all got right now is
We're
we
better.
won more playoff games. We win
Yeah.
more playoff games, but
No.
that don't mean nothing. Like y'all, I think it's
No, we
hilarious
say
that
that
y'all
because
got
we're
pride.
better than y'all. We don't want y'all to think
So
for a
you're
minute
so
that
you're
y'all are
happy.
still on the
So
same
you're
level
happy
as
that
us.
you should get to sit on
So
the
But I mean,
couch.
technically,
so
we're not
you're-
better
So
than
you're
us.
so you're happy that you get to sit on the couch 3 weeks later? Is that what you're saying? That makes y'all.
If that makes us better than y'all,
How does that make y'all better than us?
It does
because y'all
It's the same round.
Y'all got y'all ass kicked on Saturday.
But
We
they
got
won
ours
the
kicked
division.
on Monday.
We're division winners.
Where the camera at? Yo,
We're better
this is-
than you.
This was funny about
But you
Philly
got
fans.
kicked out the playoffs
Hold on, let
before
me
we did.
see how
In the same round.
Hey, yo, Philly, this is what's messed up. I love y'all. I live here, so I love y'all. But at the end of the day,
Stupid as shit.
if you're living off of the glory of playoff wins,
Yo, if you're living off
it's
Super
pitiful.
Bowls that you didn't watch,
It's about Super Bowls, Don, isn't it?
but
And I
you
did
didn't watch them.
I did. I was here.
I was alive.
You
We
were
were
not
alive.
alive in the 70s.
in the
In the 90s?
When did they win their first Super Bowl?
92, 93, and 95. They won their first two in 71 and 77.
Exactly. You didn't see them. You just brought up all 5.
I saw 3.
So you saw the 3.
You
the
saw
same 3
one.
that I saw.
You saw 1.
I
you
saw
saw-
him go. I saw him go multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Mhm.
You saw Super Bowls we went to, not playoffs. See, you only care about y'all only care about playoffs.
Bills
Like
fan.
you're super hyped that y'all won divisional games and NFC championships, but like at the end of the day,
But that
Super
wouldn't that make
Bowls,
us better than you
Super
on
Bowls,
average?
Super Bowls.
No.
don't mean you weren't the best
Yes,
team.
'cause if
You
we
didn't
go-
win any games.
If we go to the playoffs more than you,
that doesn't mean nothing. I would rather
Playoff winners don't mean shit unless you win a
if
Super
we
Bowl.
win
you know how-
more than you,
You know you're not better than the Panthers right now. You know why? Because you're on the
Yeah.
couch and they're on the couch. We're all on the couch. There's one team that's going to win the Super Bowl.
stop pointing the finger.
I am.
And start saying us.
All right, y'all Philadelphia fans. Y'all are no better than the Chicago Bears and the Panthers,
the Dallas Cowboys.
Anybody who doesn't, the Dallas Cowboys. You're not better than nobody because you didn't win the whole thing. Yeah. And unless you win the whole thing, you just like everybody else. And so, like all this, we got playoff wins. We won divisional playoff wins since 2000. We got 25 playoff. All right, that's what's up. But you sat on the couch, bro. You won one Super Bowl. I've been alive for 3 of mine. You've been alive for 1 of yours. So at the end of the day, if it's about Super Bowls, you have no argument. You have no argument with me though.
Who's closer to winning one? Us or y'all?
Who's closer to freaking going to being a millionaire? Who's closer to being a millionaire?
Like,
it doesn't matter because nobody's a millionaire. Nobody's a millionaire.
Both teams have a coach because neither one of y'all fired your coach yet.
Yeah, we're in the same spot. We're literally.
It's actually embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing that you're making this argument right now.
I'm not making the argument. You're making the argument.
I said that y'all were just there.
So
I didn't say about
y'all. You didn't mention nothing about playoffs.
Y'all said.
So Don, did you mention anything about playoffs?
Eagles fans always want to talk about. That wasn't brought up today.
So you don't care about your playoff wins then?
I do, but I didn't bring it up.
I'm just asking. I'm saying so. Would you agree that Philly fans live off of their playoff wins rather than their Super Bowl?
Philly fans love to live off of the pride that we are better than the Cowboys, the Giants, and the Redskins and the Commanders.
And you use playoff wins.
Even in head-to-head numbers,
you use playoff wins to justify that.
We use divisional championships.
You don't have more divisional championships than us though. You don't.
What?
You don't have more divisional championship wins
in my lifetime. We do.
And NFC East, we have more NFC East.
In our lifetime, since 1980
to 1960. Y'all started in 1960. See,
I'm saying in our lifetime, in our fandom lifetime.
Oh my God!
When you were born in 80 or 81 or 82,
you don't.
We do.
We have more division. All right, so you're going off the past again. You're on your time thing. I'm more like
how would you think
the teams
in a 10-year span versus a 20-year span that you got more in 10 years than we did in 20.
I mean, in a 10-year span, we had more Super Bowls than you could ever dream of.
Yeah. So we can go back and forth as far as the time thing. At the end of the day, you're not better than us, and I think using playoff wins to justify that you're better.
Y'all have a better.
It helps y'all sleep. It helps the Eagles.
And none of our quarterbacks have the.
It helps y'all sleep at night to know that y'all got more playoff wins over the past 10 years. Huh?
Y'all have a very nice stadium.
Listen, I think one thing we all agree on is that the 49ers is better than both of y'all.
This year.
No. We were better than y'all last year, and Purdy didn't get hurt. We beat y'all last year. No, don't do it. No. Let's talk about all the things you said, Don. No, I'm gonna get to them too. Don't get it.
No, next week.
No. This is right now.
You didn't play this week.
It don't matter. You know why we didn't play this?
You're not allowed to say shit.
You know why we didn't. You know why we didn't play.
This is wild.
We got to preview games, right?
Huh?
You know we got to preview games.
But you're the preview of the game.
You know why we didn't play this week? Because we was the number 1 seed, and y'all weren't.
Y'all were the number 1 seed.
That's it. Yeah. You know why we were the number 1 seed and y'all weren't? Because we kicked y'all teeth and then we broke y'all.
Who do y'all play now?
We broke y'all. Green Bay. We broke y'all. Y'all
returned the favor.
No. We didn't return the favor. We did it worse.
We made
the NFC Championship. Y'all,
we weren't hurt.
Y'all didn't get that.
Actually,
that's the point I'm trying to make. We broke y'all whole.
Like we broke y'all.
And we broke y'all whole.
We broke y'all.
We broke y'all to the point. We broke y'all to the point where y'all lost
his ass.
Cool. And we y'all.
Like the Cowboys broke the Eagles.
How? We broke y'all
too.
Y'all
played us first. They played us second.
They've been trash since we played them. They played us the week before.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's
cut it out.
That's probably fair.
Listen, man. Listen. All year, no. All year, y'all was talking crazy.
I can't wait till y'all lose.
All year, no. What did they say?
I don't know if I see them losing this Green Bay.
Oh, I don't either.
Hassan Reddick said, you gotta line that shit up. All that whoop-de-whoop shit. They was talking crazy. Y'all was flying high, 10-1. Niggas can't tell you nothing. The win is a win.
Any given Sunday.
Oh, here we go. Y'all didn't get to talk shit to Mr. Line him up, Jerv.
You know what I'm saying? Jerv ain't
never see Jerv again.
I forgot all about it and I saw him and I was just like, then.
I also remember we sat at this here table. All of us sat at this here table. We had a paper out, we had the pen out, and we said, yo, who got the best? This A, B, C. Kept putting the 49ers. Got this Dallas. It's the Eagles. It's Dallas. It's the Eagles. Cool. You just biased, Ernest. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas, relax. Trying to tell y'all niggas relax.
Yo,
Come to fruition.
it's gonna be you gonna have to humble yourself.
I probably will. It's possible.
Okay.
But you gotta humble yourself now.
Yes.
Okay? I get to wait a week. You gotta humble yourself right this moment. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all told me yesterday, y'all say, oh, Purdy, what is it? Purdy? We don't believe in Purdy. That's what everyone said. They say don't believe in Purdy. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Wide receivers ain't shit. CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks is better than y'all wide receivers. That's what they told me. You know what I'm saying? AJ Brown and Devontae Smith was the best wide receiver duo in the league. You know what I'm saying? Unstoppable. We got Swift. They told me Swift and McCaffrey was the same nigga. Okay, that's what they sat here and said. Out they mouth. These niggas did. They said Swift and McCaffrey is basically the same person. It said Swift didn't have a chance of playing on a good team. That's what they said. The Eagles got the greatest offensive line in the history of life. Nobody's stopping this. The Eagles defensive line was going to have 70 sacks.
70 sacks.
70.
Because they already had 70.
They was going to have 70 sacks. You know what I'm saying? They got the best back.
Repeat.
Listen, they traded for Kenneth Byard. All we got is all pros. All we do is all pros on the back end, cuz we got the all pro by the all pro by the all pro. That's what they said. Remember Shady said when he asked Debo, he said, where the holes at? Debo said, what do you mean with holes? Debo said, what do you mean with holes at? He said that Debo said, where the holes at? The holes. Debo said he said that defensive. He said holes. Debo said that defensive line made them elite. He said, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying?
And Bradbury's clearly.
And Debo said,
what
he said, how you call it, trash?
A
lot of shit went down, man. It wasn't just you, it was them too. They did it too.
I didn't say shit.
They did something too. Oh, our defense is better than y'all. That's what they said.
I said our defense.
Whatever doesn't kill
I never say our
you
defense.
You said
whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
You said it.
We gonna come back.
I hope so.
We gonna come back. Just like listen. I admire y'all. Y'all got fucked up by the Eagles last year.
We didn't get
y'all
fucked
came
up.
Back.
We got hurt. Listen, see.
I wish y'all.
Here's the thing.
Fuck y'all.
Here's because that's what they forgot. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all played against nobody.
No.
Wait.
Here's how his logic don't make sense. He said we fucked y'all up last year. We didn't have a quarterback.
Wasn't anybody?
You know what?
Quarterback.
He got hurt. You know what fucked up is?
How did he get hurt?
You know what?
Answer your question. Answer my question.
A fluke play.
Didn't he hit his finger?
Yeah.
No, they put a tight end to block Hassan Reddick.
Okay,
Hassan Reddick fucked him up.
Okay, Don.
Then came over.
Wait.
No. There you go, Ryan. Yeah, he got fucked up. Hold on. We are not acknowledging Earn right now.
He still got that ball out though.
So he still got the ball up, but he got hurt, right? Yeah. Then they brought the number 2, the black dude in, right? Remember Jones?
He got a dirty hit, got him out. Sue.
It wasn't dirty.
It was dirty shit.
Dirty. It was not dirty. It was you tried.
You
tried it.
It was dirty.
You tried it. It wasn't.
Okay, and that happened in the first quarter. Both of these things happened in the first quarter.
Not that all happened in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Then they brought Purdy dumbass back in.
He was handing off. We had no other quarterbacks.
Yeah. Then they brought McCaffrey in to play quarterback.
Yeah, because we don't got no quarterbacks.
So what does that say? We fucked.
Okay, you know what? You know what fucked you up is?
Yeah.
When everybody plays and everybody's healthy and you still get blown out. Because that's what the fuck happened to y'all. Nobody got hurt. They played.
Who was hurt?
Who?
There was Jalen hurt. That's when he was.
Jalen was hurt.
Yes, he was dealing with it.
Did he come back in? You just said Purdy brought his dumb ass back in. Y'all was already down. Y'all was already down by 25 at that point. Huh? Yeah. Don't breathe hard. You heard I said?
Wait. Hurts. Time out. Hurts came back in and it was fine. Because he ran 2 plays later.
No.
He ran
and you went down.
He came back in
and ran a first down.
It was already
because y'all were saying
it was already a blow.
The next day, that Monday after the game, y'all
Don, you realize
he might be done for the season.
He was already.
We was like,
it was Don. You realize it was already a blowout at that point.
It's crazy how
it's a blowout at that point, right? It was already a blowout at that point.
The next
Are you
day,
talking about?
You tried to sell me.
This last
we had the same argument, and Ern tried to tell
right?
me that Hurts wasn't hurt.
No, that was the week before. You're fucked up.
No, that was the 49er game.
You're wrong. That was the week before when you came in here and said, if we lose to y'all, it don't really matter because we still going to be the number one seed.
That.
No, that was us.
No, it wasn't.
God,
It wasn't.
Nah, here's what I'm saying. Fucked up is having your whole team and still getting your ass kicked in front of your own fans.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. That's what getting your ass. That's what getting fucked up is.
When did that happen? That didn't happen yesterday. AJ Brown didn't play.
It happened when we fucked y'all up. That's what I'm talking about. We came to Philly. Y'all had your whole team.
Didn't play.
Who the fuck is Dallas Goedert?
He's our tight end.
He's the fucking 50 Cent. Stop it. Stop it.
Dallas Goedert didn't play.
Y'all could have had Jesus and y'all would have lost that game. Y'all weren't ready. Your nut ass security guard got fucked up.
Next year.
Yeah, pray on next year, man. This like I said, y'all waited
all you did.
I actually didn't. Y'all did. Y'all had that shit circled.
No,
your players had that shit circled. They had that shit circled.
You was like you both of this, both of that. Nick, do wait till next year. Come on,
I never said that.
You did.
I didn't. I didn't have to because I knew we were better than y'all. I knew we were better than y'all.
That's why you said wait till next year.
Cool. You can wait till next year. It's the same shit happen. All y'all gonna do is get worse. Y'all lost y'all center. Y'all don't got a fucking coach that can coach worth a damn. Jalen Hurts is a question mark.
Y'all did.
You know what I'm saying? So please play us next year. Please play us next year.
Your middle, the middle of that offensive line is wide open now.
Facts. Move on.
That's just tough.
Facts.
We fucked y'all up too. Don't get it. We gonna come here too.
Y'all barely fucked us up.
No, we didn't barely fuck y'all up. We fucked y'all up heavy.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
We had a rough. I mean, that was we was in a transition period in that.
No, that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, we was transitioning.
That's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Shit, cute dog.
I told you,
listen, man. Listen, yeah, he, she, we, her. That's what y'all pronouns when we fucked y'all up.
We was using different shit.
Let's
all right, man. We on to the next year.
You ain't got no choice.
Yeah, fine.
Let's preview the upcoming games real quick. Preview the upcoming games real quick. We got Houston at Baltimore.
I think that's gonna be a high scoring game. It's gonna be high flying.
You already said you don't believe in Lamar.
I don't. I never.
You don't like black quarterbacks, man. I'm coming at you losing.
I like Dak.
Dak is barely black.
Stop. One drop. One drop. You're not gonna do this close to MLK Day. I'm not gonna allow that.
Yo,
I'm not gonna allow it.
You're a jerk, bro.
I'm not gonna allow it.
Just tell the truth, man.
Not this close to
MLK
Day.
100%.
Out of all the black quarterbacks, who would be the least likely to hang with black people? Dak and Russ.
Pat Mahomes.
Dak and Russ.
No, Pat Mahomes.
No, Pat Mahomes' dad and brother are hood.
Pat Mahomes has no choice but to hang out with black people, and he don't want to hang out with those types.
He hang out with them all the time.
He's married
all the games
to a Taylor Swift.
What? Pat Mahomes not married to Taylor Swift. He married to eight Taylor Swift.
That's what I said. He married to a Taylor Swift.
Who Dak date? Who Dak date?
Latina, bro. He got Latina.
He got Latina.
He do got Latina.
He got Latina.
I'm just telling you.
He got Latina.
BBL.
Ever since he got punched with the other white chick when
oh my God, that was so long ago.
Oh my bad.
90 years ago.
He was in college.
My bad.
Wow,
man can't get beat up once.
I apologize, man.
Bro, you hating on black men? You got a problem with black men, dog?
Yeah, you got a problem.
At the black delegation, we taking Pat Mahomes over that.
That's how I control because he got a what?
He got
a Barbie over there, man.
So do Dak.
Dak don't got no Barbie. She got Latina, bro.
No, I don't believe these things.
He got the sofrito over there.
He got some tres leches.
Yeah, he got some tres leches, bro. Yeah, he stole his line.
Don't do that. Yo, I coined that phrase.
Ravens. Anybody got the Ravens getting upset, or is this the end of CJ Stroud's magical ride?
I think.
Pause. What is he talking from? He out of control.
The control room is ridiculous.
I don't know what's going on in there. I don't know what's going on there.
I'm taking the Texans.
Are you really taking Texans? Or are you just being
real life
Ryan that don't like black quarterbacks?
I already put $5 on it. I'm taking the Texans.
Now who you like?
Texans.
Over the Ravens.
No, I'm lying. It's gonna be the Ravens.
Ravens
gonna win.
I think it's gonna be a great game. Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City at Buffalo. Finally get Patrick Mahomes to come out to Buffalo.
But I will never forget this game. The last time they played, it went into overtime twice.
Epic game.
And the only reason that Buffalo didn't win is because Bull ran out of time. Because they could not stop they couldn't stop Josh Allen for nothing.
For nothing. They say they like.
I think
that's stop the ball.
and I think they're gonna let Josh run a lot more in this game.
It's officially basketball.
And it's gonna be ugly.
That game was a phenomenal. I'll never forget that game.
I think this
game
lives up to the hype too.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's gonna be back and forth. Pat
And I
Mahomes and
know
Josh Allen.
Buffalo, like they want this one back because this is one that they feel like they could have beat.
I think in Buffalo's in
think
position
they can
where
get
they can get it.
I agree.
I think they're in a position where they can get it. Who you taking?
I'm with it. I still take Kansas City.
I like Buffalo.
I
like Josh Allen to pull the upset. Well, it's not even upset this one because Josh Allen's a 2 seed. I like Josh Allen to just win straight up.
I think Pat.
No, he is.
Pat picks it up somewhere. Like he does Pat things, and there's gonna be one drawn ass play that we're like, damn, that shit don't make no sense.
Oh, I ain't getting to see this either. I don't know. Rob's listen. Rams is sorry as fuck.
Super sorry.
And they've been sorry, and they're gonna be the same sorry ass Rams they always been. All that shit he's talking. Nobody want to see the shut the fuck up, Rob. Lions at the Buccaneers.
I thought it was.
I'm sorry, Buccaneers at the Lions.
It's two weird ass teams.
Never make the playoffs.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. Yesterday, I felt bad for Baker because that motherfucker was dropping dimes.
Yeah,
and these motherfuckers
was dropping the ball.
Like you dropping the ball.
It could have been worse for
I've never seen. Could
have been worse for the Eagles.
I've never seen Baker look that good.
It definitely could have been worse for the Eagles.
Yeah, I've nenever seen Baker look that good. So like, if we see that Baker,
who you trust more, Baker Mayfield or Jared Goff?
Oh my gosh, that's tough. That's fucking tough. But I guess right now, Jared.
There you go.
Like I think, I want to say Jared Goff. I'm going to say the Lions, not Jared Goff. I'm going to say the Lions because I think their running game is a little better.
I like that one. Darryl, who you like?
A tough game
for between Detroit and who?
Detroit Buccaneers.
Detroit. Detroit got
Don.
Detroit. That's crazy. Detroit's going to the championship. That's wild. That's crazy.
49ers versus Packers.
Niners.
But I don't want them.
I know you don't. Listen, it's a lot of hate. It's a lot of hate in Philly. In Philly's heart. I know you would. Because we just saw one when you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, y'all ass, bro. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, y'all got trash.
Let me ask y'all this. Let me throw this out.
We are friends.
What's worse though? What was worse? Dallas as a 2 seed, lose first time ever losing to a 7 seed, or the Eagles late season collapse. What was worse?
It's the Eagles.
Eagles late season collapse.
The Eagles took a fucking motherfucking toboggan to the bottom of the hill.
They went from 10-1 to freaking. They lost 6 out of the last 7 games.
Yeah, they look terrible.
That's embarrassing.
Do Mike McCarthy or Sirianni get fired?
Both of them should, but they gonna keep McCarthy. I don't know they're gonna do.
They're going to keep Sirianni.
Yeah, I think they're gonna keep both.
Yeah,
they gonna keep both of them.
I don't think anything changed.
Because only for the simple fact,
Nothing.
everybody wants him to be. Everybody is expecting him to get fired. Like that's the going to thing.
I don't think it's that.
I don't know how y'all don't fire y'all coaches. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, they absolutely.
I don't get it.
If it wasn't this year, if it was next year or 2 years,
I don't give a fuck what year it is. When I go from 10-1,
how many years has he been there? 2 years or 3?
4, right?
Yeah.
4, right?
This would be his.
He's going on 5 right now.
Yeah.
This was.
Mike McCarthy's proven.
He's been with us since 2020.
Mike McCarthy's a proven loser in the playoffs at this point.
He's one in 3. He's 1-3 in the playoffs.
How many games you got to lose? Like sometimes change for the sake of change is necessary.
But how many? He's 1-3.
He was favored in
coach before that.
Jason Garrett.
How many? What was his record?
That should be irrelevant.
It was worse.
How many years was he there?
10.
10 years.
He never. Why is that the standard though?
No,
you gotta lose.
You
gotta lose for 10 years before we fire you.
I get what you're saying.
Like Mike McCarthy, it has his own pedigree.
Mike McCarthy ain't got no fucking pedigree.
He was a winner at Green Bay.
With Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, why do you argue everything I say? You like, oh yeah, hey, except for that point that you
Because that's the point of a sports show down a debate.
Except for that good point.
But
you
yeah,
just
like you
said.
never have a point.
He had one. With
Except
Aaron,
for one of the
when you
greatest
have one of the
ever.
wait, time out. When you have Aaron Rodgers to win one Super Bowl, is damning.
Except for that great football player that
but
everyone talks about.
he's not a horrible coach.
It don't matter if I'm not saying he's a horrible coach.
My comparison was, dude was a nobody. Like he
Okay, so my point is,
wait, can I finish? He still got 10 years.
so you think Mike McCarthy should get 10 years?
I'm not saying he should get 10 years, but bro, like they made it to the playoffs. Like
How many years of ineptitude in the playoffs?
They haven't been trash.
Cool.
Like,
I'm not arguing that. I agree with you. I agree with you on that point. I agree with you. They haven't been trash.
Why are we firing? I understand. I know why we're firing, but like that, it says something to everybody. Like this whole this whole mindset of here and now, like this instant gratification. Like you have to win now.
Yeah,
I don't
These
think
are football teams with hundreds of people on staff that go play a part in it. It's not just the quarterback. It's not just the owner. It's not just the head coach. But those are the people that get most of the scrutiny. And then the owner is the owner. So it's the head coach and the quarterback. So
I think when you're Dallas, when you're a team like Dallas, even though you weren't a part of what happened in the past, that comes into play. It comes into play when you're Jerry Jones and you say, I haven't made it even to the championship in X amount of years.
Fire Mike McCarthy, and then Mike McCarthy goes to a team.
And then but you're also at a point
goes deep in the playoffs.
But you're also at a
Mike
point, and
was it your team?
You're also at a point in the NFL where like you have to now worry about what your players are doing.
What they think of you.
Well,
do you think?
How long can I keep all of you? So like now I got to worry about that aspect too, and like
that's players.
Am I worrying about the players to be here for their consistency? Where do I go in that balance? Like,
so here's the thing: Dallas and the Eagles are different planes because Mike McCarthy is a coach's coach. Like he's got a coaching tree. Like you can see his mark on the game, right?
Okay.
Nick Sirianni, what does like? I like the guy. I thought what he was doing was working until it's not working anymore. And now that it's not working, I can't see where he can make something better. Right? What can he make? He can't make the defense better. He can't make the offense better. So why are you here? But when it was working, hey, don't fuck it up. Like, don't fire him, even though he's not calling plays. He's not this offensive-minded person. He was a fucking receivers coach. Cool.
From IUP.
But whatever he's doing in that locker room is working now. Except now, it's not working. He lost the locker room, right? That is why I think Nick probably should get fired, and Mike McCarthy should probably.
Both of y'all should just go out and get one of Kyle Shanahan's disciples,
when I
look
at Dallas play, I'm not looking and being like, "Oh, yo, that was a bad play call," or that I see, that maybe was a bad decision, or Dak threw a pick, or you know what I mean, like.
You're watching it differently.
Probably because you're watching it as a fan, and I'm just watching the game to be watching the game.
Right.
When I watch the Eagles, it's like y'all look stalled. Like I'm watching the receivers, they go and they turn around and they're waiting for Jalen to run around so they can. It's like if the four of us went out inside and played some four guys from Roxborough, and it's like, yo, you just know this pattern. It looks like that.
Right.
I can't say that the Cowboys, but. I can't say I've seen y'all run into each other and fumble the ball.
So you want Mike McCarthy to be your next coach?
I'm not saying I want Mike McCarthy.
I mean, if he's available, you should take him.
I'm not saying that.
But you say he got a pedigree.
I'm saying that he has a pedigree and he deserves more respect than to get fired over 5 years when you gave.
How many years?
Only because they said it was 5 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying how many years
only because 5 years would have been cool if you didn't. Garrett? If you didn't give Jason Garrett 10, who did nothing, and they complained about him.
I see what you're saying.
But that's what we fucking rock.
That shit is sunken cost.
I see what you're saying because I'm struggling with it too. But like, also, it's like,
well, Mike McCarthy could turn the ship around. Every year in Green Bay wasn't They Super Bowl year.
Actually, if you want to go, if you want to take Mike McCarthy's, because Green Bay won their last Super Bowl, what, 2005?
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So Mike McCarthy has had playoff ineptitude for the last 20 years.
Okay, but they also had the battle contracts. Aaron Rodgers. How many years was Aaron Rodgers the highest paid quarterback?
I'm just saying.
How many years was Aaron Rodgers the highest paid quarterback, and Devontae Adams was the highest paid receiver, and they're both on the same team? It suffocates the team.
What you think about to happen here?
Exactly, about to happen. What you just said, about to happen. It hasn't happened yet. When it happens, this is what you're going to see.
I hear you, Don.
The team is going to suffocate itself.
You gotta. Sometimes you gotta.
What are y'all gonna do?
Huh?
What's
It's
gonna happen?
the evolution. It's the evolution of football. Like this shit is going to get, and then it's going to get to a point where, like, a team that ain't been shit for the last 10 years is going to be good, right?
Huh?
Like the Detroit Lions. In our lifetime, we've never seen the Detroit Lions good. They've never, the highest profile two people they had are Jared Goff and Barry Sanders. Oh, and Megatron. Those are the 3 best players they've had in our lifetime.
Okay.
They weren't there on the team at the same time. None of them played together.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because they're the best players of the people that had the highest contracts. The San Francisco 49ers, y'all have a bunch of stars that you're not going to be able to pay at one time.
They already paid.
They don't have their contracts. I guess Purdy doesn't have his
only person that's not paid is Purdy.
Yes, and who gets
he can't get.
I see where you're trying to go, but I see where you're trying to go. But there's
the
opportunity.
Position,
But
basically pennies on the dollar.
That's a strike.
Once Purdy gets his contract, Debo, McCaffrey.
No, not at all.
You're saying strike while the iron's hot right now.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing, and they're taking advantage. You got a great coach. You got a good quarterback. You got probably the best running back. You've probably got one of the top 5 receivers. So, and your defense is really good. So, and you're not paying anybody astronomically on your.
But
it's set up to win right now. It's set up to win. So you take Mike McCarthy, fire him, put him on the San Francisco 49ers. They're still good.
No.
They're still good.
No, Mike McCarthy could not win with the San Francisco. I disagree.
You took Nick Sirianni and put him on the San Francisco 49ers.
They're trash. Yeah, he was ass from the Eagles.
No, they went to a Super Bowl. He wasn't.
It was last year.
That was last year.
Ass.
Yeah. This year, yes, they were ass.
I'm trying to figure out where Don. Don, I'll be with you for 40 seconds, and then you say something else, and I'm losing. But I'm kind of seeing where you're.
Nick Sirianni probably deserves to get fired. My point is Nick Sirianni.
They both deserve to get fired.
Both probably deserve. Will they? No.
I don't think either one gets fired.
So then we're just right back where we are.
Shout out to Wisconsin Sports. Close this thing out. I'm saying, Don actually listen. When he's not Eagles biased, he probably makes some good points. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't like it. Well, thank everybody for listening. This is Wing Whiskey and Sports. Check us out
every week. I mean, we'll be here, motherfucker. We gonna be here. How about that?
One of them days.
How about you check us out when
one of them days?
Fucking watch it.
One time for the one time,
motherfucker.